Hey up. I want to talk tonight about pensions. And in particular, I want to talk about those strange people, and there are actually rather a lot of them, who do not believe that the British state pension is actually a benefit. These are the type of people who you see them a lot in pubs and online, and they will say, I paid my stamp. Well, good for you. I'm so pleased for you. That doesn't mean anything. Because you see, how much stamp did you pay? We're told that if you pay 35 years of national insurance contributions, you will receive a state pension. At the moment, it stands at £221.20 a week. But consider this, the premium that you pay is conditional on the amount of money that you earn. So if you're a man who earns £50,000 a year, then 8% of 50,000 is what you will pay. And if you earn, 20,000 a year, then you pay 8% of that wage. That means if this really was an insurance policy that you were subscribing to, some people would be paying more policy than others, but getting the same amount of money back at the end of the day. That's a weird insurance policy, and I don't think many people would go along with that. If you were insuring your house and I paid £20 a month for my policy and you paid £50 a month, you would certainly expect the sum insured to be higher than my sum insured. That's because it's a proper insurance policy. And national insurance is actually a form of taxation. You pay, depending upon your wage, a tax that the government persuades you is actually an insurance policy when it isn't. And at the end of the day, after 35 years, then you get your pension, which is a benefit of £221 a week. Now, up to now, I've just concentrated on the people who actually pay the national insurance contribution themselves. But there are millions of people who don't pay the insurance, but the tax policy themselves. They are, well, let's go through them. If you work for a living and you earn above £123 a week, but less than £242 a week, then you do not have to pay national insurance. But your national insurance is contributed to you by the government, by the state. And if you check your record online, when you're looking at years of full contributions, it's just the same whether you've paid it yourself out of your wage or whether it's been contributed to you by the state. It's still a year of national insurance contributions that counts towards your pension. So some people in employment, poorly paid, between £123 a week and £242, yes, they're working, but they don't have to pay national insurance. It's contributed to them. And what about the rest? Disabled people. I was declared disabled in 2010. I retired in 2022. Between 2010 and 2022, I got disabled benefits. Part of those benefits included national insurance contributions. So the disabled receive national insurance contributions. Let's take the case of a woman. It's usually a woman, but it could be a man looking after a child. What does she do when the child is born? She claims child benefit. If she's not working up to the age of 12 for the child, she will be credited with national insurance contributions without having to work. So if you're a housewife and you find yourself pregnant, make damn sure that you get the child benefit, not your husband, so that you get the national insurance contribution. The unemployed and looking for work, that means they're signing on at the local joke shop. They are credited as part of their dole with national insurance. There are millions of people in this country who are credited with national insurance and who are not working. So, what is the conclusion that can be reached? It's the only conclusion that can be reached. Pensions are a benefit. They are not conditional on the amount of national insurance that you have paid. They are conditional on the amount of national insurance contributions that you have been credited with. Those credits can come out of your wage packet, or they can come because you meet the criteria for people who receive national insurance credits because they're not working or because they are very poorly paid. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, pensions are a benefit. Now, can we please lose this argument because it's very, very tiresome?